Techs have already washed their hands for 3 minutes. Time to put on sterile gloves. They're gonna open the package away from them, set it down
On a sterile surface.
on a sterile field. Now everybody's gonna carefully open the inner package, being careful not to touch anything except for the top folds. That is not sterile and you're allowed to touch it. All right, now that it's open, it's time to pick up your first glove
With your dominant hand.
with your dominant hand. And you're allowed to touch that, only the inner part of the glove that's folded up.
Yeah.
There you go.
2 fingers inside the cup.
All right, for the second glove, use the sterile hand, only touching the inside of the cup. Well, we have one person who's no longer sterile,
Her gloves are old.
defective gloves. She will have to go get some more gloves, but we don't have the resources. So, hi, we're RTs. We already washed our hands for 3 minutes. We're nice and clean. Now it's time to sterile glove up. Pick up from package. We're opening it away from your body and dumping it down on the sterile field. Take your package and only touching the outer folds, carefully unfold it. These folds are non-sterile, so you can touch them. All right. With your dominant hand, you're gonna first glove up your dominant hand. For the first glove, you can pick it up just with this outer lip here. It's non-sterile, but it's touching your skin, so that's fine. Glove the first, your dominant hand. Yep, finger's not working. Disclosure, I just had surgery and 2 of my fingers don't work. We're gonna pretend that I'm gloved up and my fingers work. All right, so now for the second glove, you're gonna take your gloved hand, stick 2 fingers in this inner lip, pick up the glove, and slide the second hand in. Once you're done, hands have to stay above the waist, palms facing towards you. Beautiful.
There's no need for that.
Now we're going to start the process of opening a sterile package. Outside's not sterile, I'm not sterile, but that's fine. Over here is a tech that is sterile. So I'm going to open the seal, start unwrapping this. The first thing you put on is your mask and the cap. It doesn't matter that you're not sterile for these, because these will not be coming in contact with your patient. Okay, now that's on. Okay, now we're gonna open this package. Start with the fold that is on top. We're gonna open that up. I do not want to lean across this sterile field, so I'm gonna walk all the way around to the other side of the table to open this. So now everything inside here is sterile and cannot be touched. For me to get gowned up, because she is sterile, she's gonna assist me with this. Everything inside here is sterile, so she can touch anything. Those gloves will be for me once I'm gowned up. So she's gonna pick that up, and you need to be careful, for the gown not to touch anything while it's dropping open. So she's holding it towards me. I do not have my hands outside of this. I am going to take this card, hand it to a non-sterile tech for her to help me tie. The back of the gown is not sterile, so she can touch it. Okay. So now it's time for me to get gloves on. Sterile tech is still sterile, so she can assist me with this. My hands are still in the gown. Because this is sterile, I can pull my hand through on one side. She can help pull this the rest of the way down. All right, so now I am sterile. I can touch anything in this. I am going to break the seal of this. So here is our sterile tray. And you know, depending on your site, they want trays to be arranged in whatever order, or even depending on what physician is doing the surgery or the procedure. So you'll set it up according to protocol or what that particular surgeon wants. Has a sterile gown on. I'm going to help him glove up. Let's start with your right hand. Making sure the thumb is pointing towards the thumb. Yeah, or I can do it. I mean, it doesn't. Wait, no, we're doing it wrong. There we go. So now he can adjust that since he's sterile. So now if there's any point that we have to move around and, you know, pass each other,
go back to back.
We have to do it back to back. Because the backs are not sterile, fronts are sterile. Okay, now we have some unsterile techs coming in and dropping some equipment that we need.
I'll be dropping an angiocath 22 gauge, 6 inches above, away from me.
I'm dropping a 24 gauge needle.
I am dropping a clamp.
I am dropping a 16 gauge needle. Okay.
All right, so now it's time to start pulling our meds. Now that I have part of the kit, you have a pen in your kit, you have labels. We're gonna start with lidocaine. So you always want to put your label away from the markers, because otherwise you don't know what you're drawing up, or how much you're drawing up. So, untwist that. We always want to pull the needle out like that. Okay.
Ready? Okay. So lidocaine 2%, expires January 2020.
All right. And before I draw that up, she's gonna have to wipe. I put a little bit of air in this just to avoid resistance. We're gonna stick, and now she's gonna hold it up, upside down.
Are you staying here or
You want to pull your needle down so it is not above or really close. Can you rotate? Yeah, sometimes it's better to not have the label facing towards you. You want that open space
Yeah.
by me, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, you draw your needle down. So I'm gonna draw
Didn't cycle through the different energy systems as
past my 5 milliliters because we have air. But now I can
shut it down,
push the air out.
start it back up.
So now I have my 5 milliliters. So she's gonna hold it real tight while I pull it down. So now we're gonna cap this.
yeah, it's on
Do you have a service?
it's on Hollister.
Put on the actual needle. And we're done.
Should have been for the other hand.
That's fine. I'll fix it later. I'll
You
fix it
can't
later.
fix it, yeah.
I'll fix it later.
Oh my god.
Alex,
I can get it.
Luis, is your
Stop
hand
it.
tight?
A little bit.
Wait, no.
I'm gonna reach to the inside of the coat.
Oh my god. You picked the wrong glove.
No.
That's the right side. Wait, let's just stop it.
Such a bad needle. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So hold it down on the table. So I'm gonna puncture.
They're all complaining in
Okay. So now she's gonna. I'm still holding this. She's gonna hold this upside down. Hold it up higher, please. So you want to make sure that you have your needle. Hold it really.
Air in there with air.
Someone Mary.
Talk. Somebody talk.
Throw the package away, man. It's not sterile.
Is someone going to like?
You guys, you need to say what you're doing.
Can we like? We're gonna start all over again.